There's no place I'd rather be.
Hey guys, welcome back to Talking Chelsea Blues. Welcome back to another video. We hope you're all doing well today. Before we get into this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe and turn that notification bell icon on to be notified when we upload. Share the channel out as much as possible, guys, it really does help us out. Guys, go and follow us on our Twitch at Talking Chelsea Blues. It really helps out as well. Go and give us a follow over there. It really does help us out, especially when we go live. Guys, also go and follow us on our Twitter at Talking Blues YT. Got a few hundred followers over there now, 715 I think. It's doing well over there. Great conversations, great opinions by lots of different people. So come and get involved over there. Also, guys, go and follow us on our Instagram at Talking Chelsea Blues. We've got like something over like 118 followers now. It's amazing over there. Go and check us out over there as well. So, guys, this video is Mason Mount. Should he stay? Should he go? What's the situation with his contract? We're going to talk about it and we're going to give our opinions, and we'd like to hear your thoughts as well, guys. So get down in the comment section and let us know your thoughts on Mason Mount. I mean, let's talk about the player first. So he started in the academy from 6 years of age. You know, Chelsea through and through. Came into the first team when Frank Lampard first took over as Chelsea manager, and he starred really quite massively in that first season, getting us Champions League, scoring, you know, one of the goals in the last game of the season against Wolves to get us that Champions League place with that marvellous free kick. Assisted the goal for Kai Havertz in the Champions League final. He was massive under Tuchel. He was a massive impact player. You know, he looked really positive under Tuchel, but under Graham Potter, he's not shined as well, and this season he's not shined at all. So we need to talk about this. I mean, Dad, as much as you've watched him, do you think the question has to be first, does he deserve a new contract? After all the last few seasons, does he deserve a new contract? And does he deserve £300,000 a week? That's what he is asking for.
Well, considering his lackluster performance this season, you know, I don't think, you know, he's anywhere near some of the players I can mention who would be worth, you know, 250, 300,000 a year. I think, you know, Mason Mount has declined this season, and you know, it seems to me okay. Every player will have, you know, sort of a short decline. Yeah, you could sell them on. They could go to another football club, i.e. Liverpool, Man City, Man United, and, you know, be like a new prodigy for them, yeah, and, you know, they're rising star. So, and, you know, I'm in two minds about, you know, should we sell him or should he stay at a fixed fee? Now, he hasn't played much recently.
No.
You know,
due
which
to the
really
contract
goes,
clause.
yeah, really goes to show as well his performance, you know, over the last number of games, especially, you know, prior to him stopping playing. But I think, you know, it's something we have to look at, because we don't want to make that mistake again. Remember I said, you know, many videos ago, in the old Chelsea team, when we sold Daniel Sturridge and he went to Liverpool, you know, we've seen what happened there.
Went on to score massive amounts of goals.
Yeah. He's a young man. You know, he's played over 100 games for Chelsea. He's had something like in the region of 27, 28 goals for the club. You know, so when you take that into, you know, saying scoring a goal every game, yeah, you know, that's like an average of 25%. But, you know, like I say, he has declined. Yeah, I don't know, you know, what's going on with him, whether it's a personal problem, injury, whether he's had enough with Chelsea and he wants to move on. Now, this is a young man who has been, you know, playing for Chelsea since he been like an infant, 6 years of age. And, you know, I think, you know, there are other players I would dismissed from the club before him at this moment in time. But to be asking for 300,000 a week, I think, you know, is ludicrous, as to say. But let's you know, look at all the stats. Look
Pros
at,
and cons.
the pros, the cons. Is state of play this season. You know, it's a catch-22. But, you know, you sell him on, you know, you have that
risk
of him going somewhere else, and, you know, him rising to, you know, football stardom, you know, scoring goals left, right and centre. But, you know, I would say, you know, if I was to maybe, you know, give him another season at the most, another season, and see if this player starts to pull his socks up and start getting back to his scoring ways, and, you know, sort of playing,
for the team
as a team member with spirit, that fighting spirit that our team are missing at this moment in time. I don't know what's wrong. We can't just always blame the manager. Those players are going out there week after week, being paid exceptionally good money and blowing it.
I mean, look, let's quickly talk about what Mason Mount brings to this team. I think, you know, as we've seen under Tuchel and under Lampard, he brings a direct energy. His pressing game is excellent. He doesn't stop running. He's moving constantly. Yes, he loses the ball. Yes, he can misplace a couple of passes. He can misplace his shots. But can't every player? That's the main factor we look at there. But also, we've offered him 180,000 a week. That is what has been told. £300,000 a week for a player of Mason Mount's calibre is just not what he should be. We have to look at 300,000. What players are out there that are worth £300,000? You have to look at the likes of Mbappe, Neymar. You have to look at players like Kante, you know, Messi, Ronaldo. These players are on extremely good money because they're extremely good and extremely talented at what they do.
They've earned
their status. But Mason Mount is only on his way to stardom. He's only just started his journey, really. You know, you can go through the academy and say, oh, yeah, my journey starts there, blah, blah, blah. But no, your journey starts in the first team. That's where you know you've made it into a first team and that you are playing quality football every week, and you're playing to the best of your abilities around a squad with the best of their abilities. But obviously, Mason Mount hasn't been playing to the best of his abilities this season. I mean, when we went out to Wolves to watch the Wolves game, he wasn't perfect. He wasn't fantastic, but he was playing. He played well that game, and you know that was a good impact he had. But now he's just not playing the way he should be.
This is what happens, you know, with players, even, you know, some of the top stars in football. And, you know, okay, you're never going to have a continuity from the time you are, say, 20 years of age or maybe younger, you joined that club, till the time, if you stayed with that club, till the time you retired. You know, there are peaks and troughs and everything, Now, it depends, you know, how long does a trough last, Now, this is what is happening, I think, to Mason Mount. There's that sort of like, I don't know what you would call that interval of, you know, where his play week in and week out is starting to decline, So, time out, maybe on the bench. He
hasn't been in the squad for the last 4 games. That bodes the question, is there something amiss between him and Potter?
Yeah, and this is where
because that's not normal.
Yeah, but this is where you have to think, and you know, I think it's down to the player, that he takes that time to reflect, and you know, enhance his training, look at, you know, his errors, his downfalls, and build himself back up, you know, and come back with that esteem, to get on that pitch and earnestly tried to score goals. Yeah, so like I say, it's all swings and roundabouts. Should he stay? Should he go? In my opinion, I would say just for this moment in time, maybe give it till next season. Keep him.
I think it boils down to how much does he want it? How much does he want to be at this club? Mm-hmm. Is he willing to take that cut and say, okay, look, I want £300,000. That's a lot of money. Think about it now. It's a lot of money. Mason Mount isn't at the level of Mbappe or Neymar or Ronaldo or Messi just yet, and I don't think he will be at that level ever. I'm going to be clear about that. I know Mason Mount's a good player, and I know there's a good player in there somewhere. But I don't think he's ever going to be at that level. So that doesn't bode well for what he's asking for. I mean, look at N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante is on what, £300,000 a week? He's earned that through hard work, determination, and being a fantastic player, but not just a fantastic player, a fantastic member of the squad who lifts players up, always has a smile on his face. He's always trying to achieve more and trying to get better. What we need to see from Mount is a progression, a slow progression. We have seen that over the last few seasons. It's gone up and up and up and up and up. And then it's just sort of peaked. It's peaked. And the question bodes then, why is he not playing well under Potter? Is there an uncertainty about his future from the contract talks? Is Graham Potter keeping him out of the squad because he's unsettled? He was out injured on the weekend. But is he unsettled? And is he unsettling the rest of the squad based on the fact that he is having these talks and there is talk of £300,000 on the table?
And here we are talking about one player, one individual in the team. And you said, is it because he's not playing well? Is it because he's uncertain about his career? I think there's a number of people in there who are uncertain about their careers. I talked about Deadwood, I've talked about people who are lazy, yeah? And what... I look at other clubs and, it makes me wonder, you can have all the training, physical training, yeah, going, yeah? Now, one thing that other teams maybe are having that we're not, and is it that psychological drill? Drill.
Is it, is the instruction being drilled into you week in, week out? Is it, because if you look at someone like, I don't know, Pep Guardiola, right? He has an approach of, you're not playing well, you're not in the squad. Whereas Graham Potter seems to have that approach of, there, it's okay. Is everything okay? Can we talk? We can talk about this, and we can, there's that point where you think, okay, sometimes, yes, players need that emotional encouragement and emotional support. But sometimes they just need a good shouting at and a good drilling just to get it into their heads. This is what they want. Well, this is what a manager wants from you.
Prime example.
There are set demands in football. Managers will demand a lot from you. They demand the very best, and you have to give your best in this game. This is not. It's a cutthroat business. You don't play well, you're not in the squad. You don't play well for the whole season, you're looking at getting transferred on.
Now here's an example. Yeah. Now. Chelsea's a business, yeah. We had a football team, we're a renowned football team throughout Europe and the rest of the world. Now, let's just take Emma Hayes, ladies manager, and when she's drilling her and addressing her team, and she says, that, this is Chelsea, this is a business. If any of you are not playing well, I will strip you down from the team, yeah. And
Potter needs to do that first.
We are fucking Chelsea, Yeah. We're not some mediocre team.
We are not mediocre. We should not be where we are in the table because of that. But that's a completely different discussion for another day.
Yeah.
But the question is now, should Mount stay or should Mount go? In my personal opinion, I think he should go. I think there's this point now where we've come to this roadblock where it's reached a stalemate in his contract talks.
Why should he go?
Why should he go? Why should he go? Why should he stay? Why should he be making all these demands when he's not playing well enough to deserve that?
Okay, he's making the
Dad,
demands.
if you were working at a job,
is any other club offered him 300,000 a year?
No, but
was it
hear this out,
Yeah.
right? Because what I see is one player can cause a lot of bother in a squad. Let's talk about Lukaku with that interview. Let's look at that. Look how much crazy stuff happened during that week. You know, and how much one thing can change a whole vibe of a squad. We don't want it to get any worse. So let's not make it worse. If Mason Mount doesn't want to accept the contract he's been offered with £180,000 on the table, then you're free to go.
I think
because at the end of the day, you can't have players who are causing disharmony in the squad.
Use an initiative as well, right? We wasted a lot of money in the past, millions. You know, Lukaku was one of them. Right.
I just spelled your point.
Yeah, but you use an initiative.
I just cleared your point.
You tell him, that if he stays,
this is what's on offer. This is it.
For every, you know, I don't know, game he plays, every 4 games or, you know, throughout the season, how many, that his wage will increase based on his performance and his goal scoring.
Now, there's a thing that Todd Bowley has come out with and said that he wants to put a player-based performance salary into any contract. Look at someone like, I don't know, like N'Golo Kante. He wants to accept another contract. But is he getting a low wage? Probably based on the fact that the owners want to lower the salaries of the players to increase revenue in the club, to increase opportunity for other players and to not cause disharmony in the squad. I do think it's down now to whether Mount really wants to be at Chelsea or not. And if he really wants to be at Chelsea, he'll accept 180,000 a week.
But again,
and if he doesn't, then that's his choice. Then he can leave.
As great as N'Golo Kante is, in the last, you know, season and a half, he's played about half a dozen games.
Yes, because he's injured. Because he's injury prone.
Yeah.
But what does Mason Mount give you on the pitch when he's playing at his worst?
I understand.
You can't do that. You can't. No. Right. So if you were doing a job. Right, if you were doing a job, say like working at a plant or something, right, and you were just sitting there on your phone, day in, day out, would you deserve that wage?
No, obviously
exactly. Not. So if you're not playing well, you don't deserve that wage. If you're not performing to the best of your abilities, you should not be getting that wage.
You should go on a performance-related,
So performance-related salary, that can work, that can work.
That could inspire.
But it can work. But it could also cause a lot of disharmony in the squad because for other players who are not getting that performance-based salary. Let's look at someone like, I don't know, Enzo Fernandez on a good salary, on a player-based performance package. He's playing well, he's earning that money, he's earning the right to have that money. But then if you're not playing well, you don't get that extra. You've got to perform. You've got to perform. This is a performance-based business. And as Emma Hayes said, if you're not playing well, I'll get someone else in who can do the job properly. So, if Mason Mount is not playing up to the best of his abilities, then there's no point in keeping him. Because someone else can come in and do the job better. At the end of the day, this is a cutthroat business. And this is how football works. This has been, you know, driving me mad for years. The contracts that are offered to players. Players who are... And do you know what? This is another thing that bothers me. Is players are not just footballers anymore. They're social media personalities.
Of course they are.
And it's what bothers me because they see things on Twitter all the time. Instagram, right? People complaining about their performance. That's going to hurt them. That's going to hamper their performance as well because they're going to be low on confidence. But what if you...
Let's put it this way, right? We've got...
we are arguing. We're just going around circles here, Dad. We're going around in circles.
You know, sort of like in the early 90s, the advent of the internet, and, you know, we got all this social media today, FaceTime, you know, Facebook, you know, Twitter, etc., etc. But what we must remember is that, you know, these people, are celebrities, even like politicians now, they're celebrities, they're no longer...
But let's not talk about politics, let's not bring politics into...
talking politics.
Whoa!
What I'm saying is, too many people, they, hero worship people, and it's like, you know, say example, you know, your footballers, your Ronaldos, you know, and then you've got your Kardashians and people like that, and, you know, all this is being thrown into the face of people, how much wealth they've got, how much money they earn, and it's us that keep the fans, yeah, and people who are just normal working class people who keep them up, you know, on a pedestal.
But let's get back to Mason Mount. Should he stay or should he go? I think he should go. What do you think?
Well, you know.
You said he would stay.
You've got an opinion. Yeah,
You said he should stay.
I said
okay.
stay for the time being.
So that's your opinion. That's your opinion. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Okay,
yeah.
but guys, please let us know your thoughts on Mason Mount. Should he stay? Should he go? Should he be offering? Should he take the £180,000?
Stay or should he go?
Should he be asking for more? Let us know what you think. Should it be a performance-based salary? We'd love to hear your thoughts. But guys, that's the end of today's video. Hope you've all enjoyed. If you are new to the channel, you haven't seen this before, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, you turn that notification bell icon on, and you be notified when we upload, and you share the channel out as much as possible, guys. Again, guys, go and follow us on our social medias, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. All of the links to our social medias will be in the description. Let us know your thoughts, and guys, we'll see you tomorrow for another video. Take care, guys. Bye.
Cheers.